In November 1977, a female chimpanzee named Ai arrived at the Primate Research Institute of Kyoto University in Japan. She was estimated to be about 1 year old and had originated in the Guinean forests of West Africa. Her arrival marked the beginning of one of the longest and most revealing studies of primate cognition ever conducted. Researchers did not simply intend to teach Ai tricks. They sought to explore the very nature of mind, perception, and intelligence. They would present to her a computer interface, touch screens, symbols, and tasks previously reserved for humans, and ask, how does a chimpanzee think? From the moment Ai touched her first keyboard in April 1978, the research team led by Dr. Tetsuro Matsuzawa began pioneering work in comparative cognitive science. They introduced to Ai a set of visual symbols, Arabic numerals, Japanese kanji, geometric figures, and lexicograms. The tasks grew in complexity. She learned to touch the symbol corresponding to the number of dots on the screen, to sequence numerals in ascending order, and to assemble graphemes to compose words. In one study, she correctly ordered 5 symbols, even when the screen covered them after the first choice. Her accuracy remained well above chance. The researchers wrote, Ai's performance suggests planning and positional memory at a depth previously unobserved in non-human primates. Ai's mind was not merely imitative. It appeared to engage in the dual-level structure of symbol use. Graphemes forming words, words forming meanings, a structure reminiscent of human language, though not fully equivalent. She could string object color-number sequences, for instance, 5 red pencils. The visual interface allowed the study to compare chimpanzee and human cognition under the same conditions. It revealed both similarity and difference. Ai's visual perception matched human capacity, but higher-level hierarchical processing diverged. As the years passed, Ai became partner, colleague, and mirror of the scientists. She would sit before the touchscreen monitors in the specially built wish cages, large enclosures with multiple touch monitors available 24/7, and choose tasks at her own will. She demonstrated preferences, planning, and self-paced choice. Other chimpanzees joined the program. Ai's own son, Ayumu, even surpassed many adult humans in short-term memory tasks. Yet Ai remained central. Her name means love in Japanese. The research team often recalled how when he looked into her eyes for the first time, he was struck. She looked back into mine. The story of Ai is not merely one of triumph, it is also one of ethical introspection. The very decision to bring a wild-born chimpanzee into a laboratory, to design tasks with screens and symbols, to reward and measure her every move, raises uncomfortable questions. For Ai, the world of keyboards and monitors replaced the forest canopy, tool use among peers, the bonds of family. Over decades, she lived within an experimental framework that asked for performance. She learned, she responded, she became an instrument of inquiry. But what of her life beyond the task? What of her inner experience? In recent years, the project's scope has shifted. The researchers at Kyoto combined laboratory and fieldwork. They observed wild chimpanzee communities at Bosu, Guinea, studying tool use, cultural transmission, and social learning. The laboratory tasks with Ai served as anchor. The fieldwork offered context. They came to recognize that chimpanzee cognition cannot be separated from social life, ecology, and evolution. Ai's work on symbol use and memory guided the understanding of how human minds may have evolved from deeper cognitive roots. Ai's legacy is profound. She demonstrated that chimpanzees are not mere mirrors of human intelligence, but possess their own specialized cognition. Her memory and symbol work challenged assumptions that only humans can plan, sequence, and abstract. At the same time, her life forced scientists to confront their own motivations, experimental designs, and ethical frameworks. She reminds us that studying another mind is never neutral. It is an act of reflection on ourselves. When you imagine I sitting before a monitor, touching a sequence of symbols, you see more than a scientific subject. You see a being who touched the interface of two worlds: primate instinct and human abstraction, tool and symbol, research subject and living individual. The keyboard became her bridge and her boundary. In the end, I did not become a human. She remained a chimpanzee with her own perspective, her own mind, her own life. But through her, the door to a new understanding of cognition in chimpanzees and humans was opened. The I Project did not just teach a chimp to touch symbols. It taught humanity to look again at the nature of intelligence itself. Her story invites humility. Intelligence takes many forms: tool, symbol, memory, perception. But meaning lies in experience, in connection, in life lived beyond the task. Ai's life is testament to scientific possibility, but also to ethical responsibility. She sits before that screen, touches the sequence, remembers the dots. She is not human. She is I. And through her we glimpse what the mind might mean when species divide dissolves, even if only in a brief moment of touch.